What's up, guys? So yesterday I was on my way home and I heard a little bit of a weird noise under the hood. Kind of sounded like rocks or something, like being tossed around. So I had no idea what it was, so I popped the hood and I'll show you guys what I found. So the AC belt had come off, and it was like, it was loose. So I figured maybe it was the belt. It was probably the belt, right? So I just cut the belt off, and then I sat back in my car and I started hearing the noise again. And if you guys can see, this belt looks a little small, right? Well, it's the right belt. It's just been eaten away because the harmonic balancer is broken. So I don't know if you guys can see, it's just come completely off. So we're gonna fix that. I've got a new harmonic balancer, 2 new belts, and hopefully that comes off no problem. I'm gonna show you a video of it running so you guys can see. So keep in mind, I drove that for probably 70 miles, just like that. So thankfully it didn't break and let go and leave me stranded. Thought for sure this would be super loose, but it's not. I think that's the only reason it hasn't broken, is I think the rubber is wedged up against it. So what I'm gonna do now is, this is a 22 millimeter socket, so I'm gonna throw the socket on there, the breaker bar, and then I'm gonna wrap the belts around the alternator, the old belt, around the radiator, the alternator, and then turn it backwards so it grabs onto this pulley, kind of like grabs onto itself like this, and it'll turn onto itself so that hopefully this will come off. So we'll try that real quick. Okay, so I can't get the trick with the belt to work, so that's coming off. It does work. For whatever reason, it's just not working for me. So I'm gonna try this, okay? This is a puller for a scooter, and it's got 2 different size pins, and it's adjustable. So we'll see, hopefully this will work, and I'm gonna hold it with the top of a pipe up on the top. So it'll be like this, and hopefully that'll take it off. Hey guys, so I tried the belt trick again because it just wasn't wanting to come off. That's what it looks like without the actual belt like holding assembly on there. So it just tore right off. Like, that thing must have been ready to go. So now I'm gonna once again try this tool, see if that will work, and try to pull that out, because one of the things that was holding me back from using this was, yeah, they're long, but these ones are too skinny. These ones were a little bit too short because that was protruding out a little bit because it started to come off in the first place. So hopefully I can stick that in now and it will untwist no problem, but we'll see. So I was able to get it. I used this tool, right? So I propped it in there right up against the wheel, and I used the bigger nubs to go in. I also had the belt on, and I tried doing the belt trick. Belt trick didn't work by itself, but the belt trick combined with this being wedged up against it ended up coming loose. So it is loose now. So I'm going to pull the bolt. Hopefully that will come off without having to be pried, and then we'll put the new one on. Came off. Well, I was gonna clean all this nasty gunk right here off of there and pull these covers off, but it turns out there's one bolt down here that's actually broken. So I'm just gonna take some rags, some cleaner, spray these covers, and then clean them up as best I can. It's just basically from the belts falling apart, it made a mess under here. So I am gonna go wash this, but for right now I want to get it as clean as I can before I put it back together. Just to show you guys the key. See, it still looks good, hopefully anyway. There you guys go. You can see it still looks good. Looks okay. This did wear into the cover. I don't know if you guys can see, but right there it did start to wear into the cover. And there is a tiny hole, so that's where all that dusted stuff came from. Now I cleaned that up as best I could, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna stick it back on there. There it is. So this is the new one, and this is the old one, completely destroyed. So a little over 133 foot-pounds. So really quick, I'll show you guys how I rigged it up. So I used that tool, right? Locked it in. And then I also put the belt. If you guys are having trouble with this, or you have one like mine where the whole top part just came right off, that's probably your best bet, is to either make some kind of tool or buy this. This is for like a Honda Ruckus, but it just came in one of those cheap little kits you buy online. So this was probably like $20. Or you could buy the actual tool that holds that. Probably work a lot better than this. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put everything else back together. So, recap, new belts are on. Tighten the tensioner, re-put the tensioner pulley on for the air conditioner. Then we've got the alternator tensioner tightened, both bolts, the pivot points tensioned. Like I said, we got both the belts on. That is tightened to 134 foot-pounds. So now, it's the big question. Will it start? So let's find out. Alright guys, so that is it. Ran beautifully, no problems. Turn the air conditioner on. So hopefully that explains, you know, if you guys have to do your vehicle. Just for reference, this is a 2006 Subaru Outback XT. It will be the same for almost all the Subarus, if not all of them. But yeah, I just wanted to make a quick video on what happens, you know, rarely, but does happen.